Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got a couple of very interesting bodybuilding updates. The first one we're starting with is from Josema or Jose Manuel, and this guy is apparently doing Pittsburgh Pro, and I gotta say he looks absolutely nuts right now. This guy is very likely going to be the most conditioned guy on that stage. Now, the thing with Josema is, like, he gets ripped, he gets really shredded, like his glutes get totally peeled, and his back is probably the best back in classic physique. Is that some gynoforming? It seems like it is. But I guess it's probably exaggerated here because of the lighting on stage. It probably won't be this visible. He probably already had it before. I don't know. It's not that big. I don't think it's going to be an issue. But as far as his conditioning, again, he's probably the most conditioned guy in classic physique. One of the, for sure. And at the Olympia last year, he actually managed to do really well. He took that 6th spot, which was amazing for him. And now he's prepping to qualify again for the 2025 Mr. Olympia. And the thing with Josema is, like, he has incredible conditioning, really good back, and overall he's very good. He's very big for classic. He has great shape. The only thing that I don't really love about his physique is the shape of his quads. Like, his legs from the front don't really flow that well. They are not really super round and shapely. They are a little bit rugged, and like the outer sweep is not popping out too much. So that's the only flaw. Other than that, he's very good. And the thing is, he is great. He is phenomenal. But can he win Pittsburgh Pro against Rav Diesel? I don't think so. That's definitely a tall order. In my opinion, I think the only guy that can beat Terence Ruffin right now, most likely based on today's judging criteria in Classic, the only guy is Mike Sommerfeld. That's the way I see it, and I don't even know if Mike can manage to beat Terence. I mean, we still haven't seen the new version of Terence on stage. Mike has definitely proven himself at a Mr. Olympia and at the Arnold. We don't know about Terence, but from what I'm seeing, even though Mike is a safer bet, I honestly think Rav Diesel is going to win the Mr. Olympia, to be honest. So, Josema going against Rav Diesel at Pittsburgh, I don't think that's going to end too well. But again, in this physique update, he looks absolutely nuts. Conditioning for 6 weeks out is phenomenal. He's basically almost ready for the stage. Yeah, the lighting in this video is crazy. It's a little bit unrealistic, but it is what it is. You can still see what kind of shape, what kind of size, and what kind of conditioning he will be bringing to this stage in 6 weeks from now. Can he win again against Rav Diesel? No. But can he give him a run for his money? Yeah, I think he's the guy that's going to push Rav Diesel at this show. And if Terence Ruffin is off the mark, if he doesn't really bring the best conditioning possible, then this guy can edge him out. That's also a possibility, so Terence Ruffin needs to be 100% on to make sure that he actually wins this show. He can't fool around, he can't show up at like 90% or 95%. Every percent matters here. It's going to be a great battle now that we know that we have this guy doing Pittsburgh as well. You guys tell me, what do you think down below in the comment section. Alright, so as you guys know, probably Jose Manuel used to compete in open bodybuilding, and he was actually pretty successful at it, but he decided to go back down to classic physique because I think he just was able to make the weight. I don't think he downsized at all, maybe slightly, but not a lot. And Josema is now doing really well in classic physique, like I said, 6th in the world. Now, the next guy we're going to talk about is somebody who did exactly the opposite. Stephane Matala switched from classic to the open. He was supposed to compete at a Mr. Olympia last year, and at some point during that prep, he decided to actually not prep for classic and go to the open. Why? Because he already struggled really bad to make the classic physique weight cap, and he did win that show. He qualified for the Mr. Olympia, but when he started prepping for the Mr. Olympia, the weight was just not coming down. It was too much, he had to suffer too bad, and he thought it was pointless to just lose the muscle in order to make the category, so he decided to go to the open, and he took some time off, he took a proper off season, he grew a lot, and now apparently we got a confirmation that he's going to make his open bodybuilding debut at France Pro, the show that Samson Dauda won last year. It's usually not exactly the toughest show. It was last year because Samson decided to test his peak week, but it's probably going to be the toughest show of them all. And Stephane Matala seems to be doing that show. I don't know where these guys got this information, but I can see that it was liked by Patrick Tour, which is basically confirmation for me. Stephane is from France, so it makes sense to do a show at his home turf, and he's got a lot of fans from France. He writes his caption in France, and he has a bunch of followers. He's very, very popular over there, so he's gonna give his fans what they want. He's gonna compete at the France Pro. He's gonna have an open debut. Now, like I said, this guy was struggling really bad to make that weight. He was probably losing muscle to somehow squeeze into the classic physique. And you guys remember what happened with Chris Bumstead, who was also struggling to make the weight in classic. What happened to him when he took those 4 or 5 weeks in between Mr. Olympia and Prague Pro and just let his body rebound in that post-show period where he got some of his muscle back and he peaked differently without worrying about his weight for his open show? He was already a lot bigger. So if Stephane Matala did the same thing last year after his classic physique show that he did, if he just, took some time off after the show, let his body bounce back up, I think he would still be very competitive as an open pro. I believe that, because this guy is super genetically blessed with his shape, with his roundness, with his size and everything. So even without an off season, I think he would do really great in open bodybuilding, just with prepping for that instead of making the weight for classic. However, what Stephane did is he took some time and did a proper off-season, and it's been about a year since he started his off-season, so it's going to be basically an entire year of growing and then prepping for the open show, almost a full year of off-season. So imagine if Chris Bumstead did that. What would that look like? And this guy, if he actually competed last year at the Mr. Olympia, in my prediction I had him in 4th. I thought he was going to place that high because he's so genetically blessed. And now it actually seems like he grew a lot. It seems like he grew a lot of muscle based on his physique updates. He's definitely a lot bigger, a lot bigger. So I believe this guy is actually going to do really well in the open. I don't want to hype him up too much. I'm not going to say I expect him to win France Pro, but let's say top 3 at his first open show. I think that's, even though it's crazy, I still think it's possible. I think that's reasonable, but we'll see. We're gonna see this guy against the open guys. Hopefully, there are gonna be actually a couple of big name bodybuilders at that show, so we're gonna see him compared to them. But yeah, I think he's gonna do really well. I think he put on a lot of muscle without now worrying about his weight cap. I think he's going to be really impressive in the open. What do you guys think? Alright, next we got a new physique update from William Bonac at 3 days out of Detroit Pro, and me personally, I definitely have William Bonac winning this show. As you can see, he looks very full, very big compared to his most recent showings in the past couple of years. It seems like he brought back his fullness that he was known for. I don't want to say he's as big, as full as he was when he was at his absolute best, but I would say that he does look a lot bigger, a lot fuller than last year. Now, what is interesting is what his coach, Stefan Kinsel, said. So last year, at that Emperor Cup Spain, where Bonac won, Stefan says that Bonac was 10 kilos lighter at this show than he is today. 10 kilos, guys, or 22 pounds. William Bonac is now 22 pounds heavier than he was right here. And I do think it's noticeable. I mean, maybe 10 kilos, 22 pounds is a little bit too much. I would say that he is 10 pounds heavier, but 22 pounds, if that's true, I mean, we'll see what's actually that gonna look like on stage. I mean, even if he's the same, I would still probably have him winning. I don't think James Hollingshead or this guy right here on the left, Sas Hirati, can actually beat William Bonac. It seems like James and Sas are coming better than before, but again, Bonac is gonna be 22 pounds heavier. So yeah, I think he's got it in the bag. I think William Bonac is winning the Detroit Pro. Can James Hollingshead actually push him? I don't think so. I mean, even though he looks great in this photo and in the other photos, you can definitely see a huge difference between these two bodybuilders on stage. James just doesn't have the details or the roundness or the bubbliness or I guess the size on his frame. I think William Bonac is just another level, even when he is not at his best. When he was at his best, he was almost winning the Mr. Olympia. I mean, he was second at the Mr. Olympia, he won the Arnold Classic twice. James is just not that level, even though, again, William is a little bit worse now. He's still good enough to be able to beat James Hollingshead, but do I see James placing in second? I don't know, man. Sas Hirati is also looking impressive right now, but I think James is probably going to be in the top 3. Carlos Thomas Jr. is apparently doing the show. If he actually is doing it still, I don't know what is happening with him. We haven't seen any physique updates. The word on the street is that he has a new coach. I heard who his new coach actually is, and it's a pretty reliable source that told me that, but I can't say, not yet. It's probably going to be announced publicly soon. But Carlos needs to be really improved conditioning to actually beat James, because he was just horribly off, and James is in good condition. So yeah, I think James is going to be in that top 3. Actually, third place. In second, I have Sas. And then in fourth, I might have Carlos Thomas Jr. if he is actually even competing and if his conditioning is actually improved. But that's all a big question mark. You guys tell me, what do you think down below? And finally, we got this new physique update by Good Vito at 1 week out of Arnold Classic Brazil. I mean, recently we saw a proper physique update without a tank top, and we have an idea what Good Vito is bringing, but in this physique update, I would say he looks even better. I don't know, he looks like he's even fuller in the legs and in the arms, in chest, everything. Maybe he had a cheat day or refeed day or something like that. I mean, look at the size of his freaking arms in this most muscular. Look at the biceps. Like, they're just looking super, super massive. This guy, his arms are freaking huge. And then the chest is full as well, but the legs, the quads, that's probably his freakiest body part. I mean, the adductors are super massive. His quads are sweeping out as well. And his waist is also very, very small. He's a shorter guy though, but still a freak, still a monster. So again, he's doing the Arnold Classic Brazil in 1 week from now. He is winning that show easily. There are no big name bodybuilders doing it. He's basically the only guy. He's gonna walk away with a trophy and a qualification for the Mr. Olympia. And then it's gonna be interesting to actually see him at a Pittsburgh Pro. I'm really curious where he actually stands against those guys, those top Olympia guys. But you guys tell me, what do you think about Good Vito down below in the comment section, or about whichever part of this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. For more content like this, guys, subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. All the best, and bye bye.